you guys, for today's primer, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This primer retails for $10. This is a water-based primer, so you want to use a water-based foundation. And I'm just adding a little bit more. All right, well, sorry about the intermission, but we're back. So, for the eyebrows today, we're going to be using the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt Mascara Gel to comb the brows up. And I'm going to, and this does have a little bit of color to it. It's in a dark brown color. So, we won't have to do much when I'm filling in the eyebrows. All right, now that I've applied that to my eyebrows, I'm just going to comb them out a little bit more. And that brow gel that I just used can get a little bit messy, so just make sure you brush through your brows with it after you use it. And I'm just using the back of this eyebrow pencil that I'm getting ready to let you guys know about. And it looks a little crazy, but as you can see, my brows are already noticeably darker and they're low-key in place. So let me comb through these. Let me line these brows. On the top. Thing was about $10, but this drugstore eyebrow pencil has become very popular. It used to be under $10, I know, because I remember, but now this pencil still retails for $11. So now that we've got the brows together, we want to go ahead and outline the brows. And I'm just going to use my Morphe M421 brush to line the brows with this concealer. Boom, eyebrows are outlined. You do want to go ahead and buff those out, buff the concealer out to get rid of any harsh lines. So let's do that. I'm just tapping and it's I do think I messed up this eyebrow a little bit, so I'm just gonna take my pencil and go back in and fix it. Eyebrows are looking like the sisters that they are, period. So I want to go ahead and color correct. So when color correcting, you want to use a red shade. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. These LA Girl Pro Concealers, they retail for $4.99. The only thing I don't like about these concealers is that you do have to blend them out pretty fast after applying them to your face, or they will be like stuck in that place. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit up like this. Don't want too much, and when color correcting, you don't want to use a lot because you don't want it to clash with your makeup. The excess back on the bottom of this thing, and I'm just going to put a little bit because you don't want this to change the color of your foundation. And you just want to spot correct those dark spots on your face. And y'all, please ignore my hair. It's about time for me to take this out, so. So if you have oily skin, what you can do is go ahead and tap a light layer of translucent powder on your skin to keep your primer in place. Use this loose setting powder. It's by Black Radiance. It's just in the shade Translucent. Nose area. Well, I'm just gonna set my whole face at this point. Oh, I got something in my hair, not good. And I have a fluffy brush. Don't remember where I get this from, but I'm just gonna brush off the extra. All right, this is just an extra layer of protection. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna be sitting under a light at work all day, so it's gonna make me get pretty shiny right here. And I just went ahead and put it everywhere just because. All right. Next, I actually do want to go ahead and go into foundation. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And I think I'm going to mix a little bit of it with this Maybelline Dream BB Fresh Skin Hydrating Beauty Balm. It's an 8-in-1 skin protector, and the color I use is 140 Deep Sheer Tint. Okay, if you don't like a lot of makeup on your face and you want like light coverage, this is what you need to use. If you're oily and you be like, nah, I need something full coverage on my face, use this Maybelline Matte and Poreless. It's for normal to dry skin. But you definitely want to set this with the powder. You want to set it technically. The Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation shade that I use is 355 Coconut. Foundation actually retails for $8.49. Use another drugstore foundation you can use as your base of your makeup. It's this L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. Hyaluronic acid, if you don't know, is really good for your skin. So, excuse the light. It's a little bit on the more expensive side. This is $20, but this is good stuff. I've used this as well. And the shade that I use in this, where is the shade that I use in this? It's 8.5 to 9.5 medium deep. I haven't used this in a while, so I might actually go ahead and use this today, the Maybelline foundation. So let me get a brush. I'm gonna start off with this much because you can always go back in and add more. And since we're doing drugstore makeup, I'm gonna use a drugstore brush. This is a Real Techniques foundation buffing brush in the number 200. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna teach you a trick when blending your foundation. You do wanna mix your setting spray with your foundation before you blend it out. You can spray it on a brush like this, or you can spray your face. You could do both. If you notice, I haven't gone right here like that because I'm gonna put concealer right there and I don't want my face to feel too heavy. Beautiful. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go ahead and actually contour and then add the concealer lash. You can do this in any order, but I like to go ahead and contour. All right, so what I'm gonna use to contour today, this is an optional step, you don't really have to, is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with the satin finish in the shade Rich Ebony. You can also use the LA Girl Pro Concealer for a cheaper option of $4.99. And this one that I occasionally use is in the shade Espresso. So this is very, very pigmented. So do not use a lot or you're going to be walking around here looking crazy. As you can see, I'm using very little. And we're going to contour our cheek area. Very lightly. So, temple, around here, around here, around here, double chin. I'm gonna get a really small brush for that. And to contour my face, this e.l.f. contouring brush. Put this right here so I can see, y'all can see. For the next part, I'm gonna go ahead and do this part, blend this part out. I want to blend this out really good because you don't want to see any harsh lines again. And you don't want your contour on your face to go all the way down, or you're not gonna look snatched like you want to. And when blending the contour on your forehead, blend it back. Don't blend it forward, or you're gonna make your forehead look like small for no reason. I know I said we were using a small brush, but at this point, this is just saving me time. Okay, I'm gonna take the brush that I used for my foundation and go back over the contour a little bit and blend between that and this part just to make it a little bit more seamless. Next, for the eyes, we are going to use our contour palette. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. The one that I'm using is medium to dark. This is so good. You can use this as eyeshadow. You can use this to contour, highlight, all of that. So what I'm going to do is use this shade right here on my lid as a eyeshadow color. To take a really fluffy brush, and I'm just going to tap in here the excess and put this all over my lid. And I'm not doing any crazy looks, so it doesn't really matter how you put it on there. Just make sure whatever you do to this side, you put it on the other side. And we're not done with the base yet. We still gotta conceal, add blush. I just wanted to stop, and there's a method to my madness, I promise you. So I also have this eyeshadow palette that I got from TJ Maxx for $3.99 by Nika K Makeup. Nika K, you can find this in your neighborhood hair store. I also have a concealer by them I might actually pull out today. You don't see that? That's really dark, and that's kind of like pink. So I might go ahead and use this dark shade right here. And I'm just following the V of my eye right here. I'm about to blend this out. Okay. This is a blending brush. And the eyeshadow brushes I'm using today are mostly from Morphe. I kind of want to add a little bit of shimmer for colors. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this bronzy shade on my lid. Oh, that's... And I'm just using this elf. This is an elf brush. And I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and go back in this brown shade and just kind of like... next, we're gonna go ahead and do concealer. I'm gonna mix this Nika K concealer number 7 with this deep chestnut. This is very golden, and I'm not gonna put much because I'm kind of scared. Okay, that might do something. Now we're actually gonna go ahead and let that dry down. All right, you can actually, if you want, while you're waiting for your eye to get a little dry, as you can see, it's already started to dry a little bit. Spray your brush, setting spray before you blend out majority of everything. You don't have to, but I just feel like it makes my makeup last a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this chin area. And this brush is just a concealer blending brush that I got offline. And I'm just tapping that into my skin. You never want to bring out concealer too far. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the edges of this concealer. And I am bringing it up, but not too far, so I have that snatch look. And you also want to bring this up to your nose a little bit to help it blend even better. I'm going to leave this for a second just so I can go ahead and put my eyelashes on before the glue gets too dry. Just taking this, putting this on the tweezer, gripping it like this, and you want to put it on like that. So I'm going to do this in the mirror. And sometimes I just go ahead and like put this on with my finger because I feel like it's easier. Or you can start with the tweezers and finish with your finger. I think we did pretty good, you guys. Now I'm just gonna get ready to go ahead and finish blending out this concealer. And I'm gonna get my powder ready because if you don't set your concealer very shortly after you blend out your concealer can crease up. To set my under eyes today, I'm gonna use this Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. The color I'm using is medium deep, if you can see this. This retails for $8.49. So this is what this looks like. It's looking pretty dark right here. I'm going to mix a little bit of this with the Black Radiance powder just to get a shade that I want for my under eyes. Taking my Real Techniques brush to get ready to do this. Okay, so let me finish blending this out. I might actually grab a sponge. This sponge is from e.l.f. It's not clean, but I'll work on that this week sometime. Don't be afraid to pull your eyelids down. Alright, this is looking good. I already got this together. Mix the two powders together. You don't need a tap off the excess and set your under eye. Well, technically you want to set everywhere you got powder, well, concealer at. That's what I'm doing. Your makeup, you definitely want to make sure you set everywhere that you have put liquid makeup at. I'm going to use this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder in the color Mocha and just set the bottom part of my face where there was foundation very lightly. I know we already hit that, but I'm going to hit that again. That powder retails for $9.50 and they have 12 colors. So now that this has actually set a little bit and set on the face, I'm going to brush that down. I almost forgot I need to contour my nose. So let me do that. And I also want to show you a different bronzer. So I'm going to be using this NYX matte bronzer in the color Deep Tan. It might be a little bit too light, but let's see. This bronzer is $10 on their dot. So I have a little contour brush for my nose. Put a little bit on there. I always start right here. And remember where we put that contour earlier? We're just gonna follow the line. Period. It's giving what needs to be gave. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and go back in and add a little bit of an eyeliner to my eye. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna leave this as is. I'll go ahead and set my face with this Milani Make It Last setting spray. You want to go ahead and fan that off. Well, not really. I'm just gonna pat this in my face with the beauty blender. Okay, to finish off this look, now that we got our setting spray dried, we're going to line our lips with this NYX Professional lip pencil, and this is the color Espresso. This NYX Lingerie XXL. Is this a... Oh, it's a matte liquid lipstick. And this is in the shade... Oh, Rouge. Look at this applicator. I actually was sent this in the mail by NYX. Thank you. Oh. Be right back. Let's line this out. Okay, I know that lip pencil was supposed to be espresso, was just kind of like basically supposed to be like a brown color, but like it's low-key giving me purple vibes. Of course, I'm going to add a gloss just because I like glossy lips, not big on matte lipstick. Okay, I'm going to add this gloss. This is in Drugstore Gloss, so I just had to add this to this. The NYX lip liner retails for $5, and the NYX Lingerie XXL matte liquid lipstick retails for $10. This is the finishing look. Thank you guys for tuning in. So we have a natural brown classic drugstore look with a little bit of a bright lip to match the cheeks and bring out your face. Everything today that was used was $10 and under. Everything I used today you can get at your local drugstore, Walmart, Target, or Ulta in the drugstore section. Thank you for tuning in, and before you tune out, make sure you like this video, comment your favorite part of the video, let me know if you have any questions about any of the products used, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Thank you, my goddesses. See you on the next one.